10 things we hope to see in Grand Theft Auto 6. That's what we're going to be getting into in today's video. Real quick before we get into it though, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome on in. Please consider subscribing to Project Vice, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. Also as well, please consider following me on my social media channels, that being Twitter, X, and of course on Instagram as well. You'll be able to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest GTA 6 content. Without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. So the first thing we hope to see in Grand Theft Auto 6, as suggested by you guys, coming at number 1, is a better driving physics. A comment here by Constito going, I really hope the driving physics will be a mix of GTA 4 and GTA 5, which includes the crash physics as well. I think this is the same feeling for a lot of people out there. GTA 4 felt very boaty and very weighty in terms of the driving physics, and sometimes perhaps maybe a little bit too realistic. It wasn't necessarily a perfect balance between arcade and realism, compared to Grand Theft Auto 5, for example, where it felt much more fluid and much more arcadey. However, the problem with Grand Theft Auto 5 is that it felt like the cars didn't have any weight to them at all. It felt very, very flimsy, and it didn't necessarily feel like the cars had any life to them. They all felt like, to some degree, what some people have actually said, and that is they felt like toys. In GTA 6, what we'd hope to see is that there is some type of perfect balance between arcade and realism, where the fun isn't lost, but we at least have the realistic component, but also the fun element when we are driving around Leonida and Vice City. And we hope that the crash physics are similar to that of Grand Theft Auto 4. In GTA 5, it felt like you would crash into a wall and only make a small dent, but in GTA 4, it felt like it made much more of a significant impact. So hopefully in GTA 6 that does return. Coming in number 2, no futuristic vehicles. The next comment comes in from a user Mega Snallio, and he goes, ability to never have any futuristic vehicles. Now, just to provide you guys a bit of context here, if you guys have played Grand Theft Auto Online, you would know that there are a plethora amount of futuristic vehicles that are included, especially within the last recent years of GTA Online, with the futuristic vehicles being added in a lot of the DLCs. And one of the prime examples of this is the Oppressor Mark II, and that is the vehicle that is utilized quite heavily within GTA Online to do many things, whether it be missions or whatever. It gets used and abused quite a fair bit and is very OP. So in GTA 6, we hope to see much more of a grounded approach when we do carry out certain missions, whether it be in story mode or even in the online component. I think if Rockstar can stick to utilizing vehicles that are used day to day in the modern age, rather than going all futuristic, I think it will keep everything much more realistic. So yeah, much more of a grounded approach in GTA 6. That's what we would hope to see. Coming in number 3, story mode DLCs. The next suggestion comes in from user Jaden Games, and he goes, I hope that GTA 6 story mode gets updates regularly like GTA Online, so there's more fun for the offline players. Story mode DLCs used to be a staple of Rockstar games with their past titles. We haven't seen many story mode DLCs included, especially within the last 2 new titles that Rockstar have come out with. With GTA 5, there was actually a plan to have a story mode DLC included post-launch within the game, and that was actually meant to come out in 2014, a year after GTA 5 shipped. And with Red Dead Redemption 2, there was no announcement or any plans, it seemed to be anyways, for a story mode DLC to be included post-launch within that game. Prior to Red Dead Redemption 2 and Grand Theft Auto 5 though, Red Dead Redemption, the first one though, did actually get a post-launch DLC, that being Undead Nightmare. And with this, we saw a zombie horror themed single-player campaign, 2 multiplayer modes, and cosmetic additions to the environments and characters in relation to RDR. Also as well, it was set in an alternative timeline from the base game story, and the returning protagonist John Marsden from Red Dead Redemption's storyline is returning in this one. He liberates the town overrun by the undead. And not only did we see Red Dead Redemption get a story mode DLC, but we also saw within GTA 4 episodes of Liberty City, we saw, first of all, the Ballad of Gay Tony featuring the protagonist Luis Lopez. Set concurrently with the events of a Grand Theft Auto 4's mainline story, the Ballad of Gay Tony follows Luis Fernando Lopez, a Dominican-American former drug dealer turned bodyguard and best friend of a gay Tony Prince, a nightclub magnate and high-status socialite in Liberty City. The main storyline of the episode focuses on Luis's efforts to help overcome Tony's various problems, including drugs, debts, disputes with mafia, crime, families, and attempts on both of their lives. Not only did we see the Ballad of Gay Tony episode, but we also saw the Lost and Damned DLC, which was included post-launch of the mainline story of GTA 4. The Lost and Damned was also set concurrently with the events of GTA 4's mainline story and follows the exploits of Vice President Johnny Klebitz in a motorcycle club gang, and it essentially follows along with himself and also the other gang members included within the Lost MC. The storyline focuses on Johnny company's efforts to keep the chapter running while dealing with internal conflicts, gang warfare, drug running, and various enemies. And tying this back to Grand Theft Auto 6, what we would hope to see is something similar along those lines that we may see post-launch of GTA 6 after the events or concurrently with the events of Jason and Lucia's story. Perhaps maybe we see something along the lines of Rockstar titling this DLC that we would hope to see, that being GTA 6 episodes from Leonida. Something like that would definitely add to GTA 6 post-launch from a consumer satisfaction standpoint. So hopefully we do see something like that within GTA 6. Coming in number 4, more interactability with the world. And this next suggestion comes from Brett, and he goes, I'm looking forward to a more interactive world. In GTA 5, there are so many cool buildings that you can't enter, like restaurants, and there were some world events, but not really with a good story behind it or anything difficult. I'd like to see Leonida really being alive and almost feeling real. Things like entering random houses of people and robbing them. Going back to his first example though, he actually does make a very, very good point, and that is within GTA 5, you can't actually enter many cool buildings within the game, such as restaurants, like he pointed out, and that is, for example, Cluck and Bell, Burger Shot, or any other type of restaurant. However, in comparison to Grand Theft Auto 4, you're actually able to enter many more interiors. For example, Cluck and Bell, as you can see here, you can easily walk into the restaurant and order some food. It's great detail by Rockstar within this game that they included this, but it adds to the immersion, and further to this, the interactability within the world's environment definitely makes the player feel like they're actually within the world. There are just so many examples within GTA 4, Burger Shot here as well, and there are just so many other different types of places and entrable buildings that you can actually go into, so many different types of interiors. I could go on and on about GTA 4's amount of different types of interiors that you can go into. There's just a plethora amount that you can actually enter, whether it be nightclubs, restaurants, or any other type of building that you can go into. You can look at it and you can most likely go into it. So hopefully with GTA 6, we do see this within the game where it's more immersive compared to GTA 5, because even in my personal opinion, I will say that GTA 5 lacked in this department significantly. Compared to Red Dead Redemption 2, this was improved upon. However, a lot of the complaints from a lot of people throughout the game was that it felt too realistic and actually felt like it was much more of a chore rather than enhancing the immersive part of the game. Obviously, this is quite subjective, but one example of this would be, let's say you do enter a building and you pick up an item. You have to actually hold down one of the buttons on your controller and it has to wait until the full circle fills up in order for you to pick up the item. And for a lot of people, that actually took quite a fair bit of time. So hopefully with Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar strikes this perfect balance where there is some fun element to it, but hopefully it's not too boring, where the interactability with the world actually slows down the pace of the game. And considering it is a Grand Theft Auto and GTA 6 more specifically, it is going to be much more of a faster paced game compared to Red Dead Redemption 2, but hopefully the interactability side of things and the immersive side of things, hopefully that is better compared to Grand Theft Auto 5. Coming in number 5, Realistic Gore. And this comment comes in from Forbidden Flow, and he goes, I want to see a realistic gore. The Last of Us 2 had the best gore so far. Would love to see something equivalent or better in GTA 6. I will say that The Last of Us 2 definitely had some realistic gore, but I will say that, in my personal opinion anyways, that Red Dead Redemption 2 had much better gore than The Last of Us 2. Heads, arms, and legs being all blown off. The dismemberment is second to none in RDR2. The attention to detail as well from Rockstar to include this within the game is absolutely fantastic. It sets the gritty undertone of Red Dead Redemption 2 and the harsh conditions and environment the Dutch Vanderling gang and Arthur Morgan himself go through. Now, relating this back to Grand Theft Auto 6, what we'd hope to see is something similar to that of Red Dead Redemption 2 in regards to the gore-like physics within that game. Now, there was actually a leak that did come out late in 2023 prior to trailer 1 dropping, which was actually identified soon after the trailer dropped, and that is that apparently, allegedly anyways, that gore and dismemberment is going to be in the game. Now, that was just a claim made by some leaker. Take it all with a grain of salt. Apparently, he found out what was going to be included within trailer 1 prior to it dropping. So I think it'll be cool to see gore return within GTA 6. To what extent, I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Coming in number 6, better roleplay, or otherwise known as RP. The next suggestion comes in from a user as Goebel Jessen 9977. I'm hoping the online component has a bigger emphasis on a roleplay. The game is at its peak when the players make their own fun and story inside the GTA world. Now, I'm not going to pretend and say I know every single detail about RP in, for example, GTA 5 or any other type of Rockstar title, but it seems to be anyways that there is a large community around the RP servers, that being 5M and RedM. There's a lot surrounding the RP within that community, and they have done a great job, that being CFX.re, who are the company behind RedM and 5M. In August of 2023, Rockstar Games actually acquired CFX.re, and they are now under Rockstar's umbrella. They officially stated that they are proud to announce that CFX.re, the team behind the biggest Rockstar roleplay and creator communities, 5M and RedM, are now officially a part of Rockstar Games. And with this acquisition, you would presume that Rockstar and CFX.re are hard at work as a team, as a collaborative effort in developing the online component for GTA 6. And more specifically, in relation to the RP side of things, I would say that they are definitely hard at work in ensuring that they create a unique user experience where they allow the player freedom of choice to create various missions or whatever. I would say with the online component in relation to RP, CFX.re definitely have some ideas in mind. I would say that they are putting to Rockstar to ensure that they create this unique experience. And further to this, in relation to RP, there was a leak that did come out last year that Project Rome, which is a Rockstar's online modding engine, is a project that aims to improve user-generated content in Grand Theft Auto Online through new modding tools. The leak did claim that that was meant to roll out late last year in GTA Online, but that didn't seem to be the case. Anyone can correct me down in that comment section below, but I didn't see anywhere where that did occur. Coming in at number 7, ability to purchase safe houses. The next suggestion comes in from a user, whatever you call me, 4270. He goes, I want to buy safe houses again in story mode, not just business, actual safe houses of all the kind like in San Andreas. And he makes a good point though. In GTA San Andreas, there were a plethora amount of safe houses that you could choose from scattered throughout the San Andreas map that you could purchase. Whether it be in San Fierro, Los Venturas, or even in Los Santos, there were so many different types of safe houses that you could go to, purchase the property, and then you could own them, and you could have so many different types of safe houses in each different city. In GTA 4 it was a bit different. There wasn't much choice. You would just have to own the safe house by going and playing through the missions, and that would change depending on where you are throughout the storyline. And in GTA 5 it was much of the same. Depending on where you are throughout the story mode, it will dictate exactly where your safe house is. So for example, with Trevor, the start of the game, Trevor is situated in Sandy Shores at a trailer park, and that is where you save your game with him at that particular point in the story. But then later on, he becomes the owner of the strip club at the Vanilla Unicorn, and that's where you save your save file with him. But with Michael and Franklin, it was much of the same really. Michael was just at his house where you could save the game there, and Franklin was at his aunt's place earlier on in the game, and then later on up in Vinewood Hills. So hopefully in GTA 6 we are able to purchase safe houses with Jason and Lucia, whether it be separately or together as a couple, depending on what the storyline is for our GTA 6. Obviously we don't know of that currently at the moment. The September 22 leaked footage and files do suggest that Jason and Lucia are on the run, similar to Bonnie and Clyde, the real life Bonnie and Clyde, which GTA 6 story is inspired by. So hopefully we are able to purchase some safe houses, whether it be a unit, apartment, or even better than that, hopefully some mansions. Depending on how the story plays out and what Rockstar gives us in terms of player choice and freedom, I guess we'll only have to wait until the game eventually comes out. It's so difficult with limited information, with only a 1 minute and 30-second trailer and leaked footage and files back in 2022. Coming at number 8, detailed car mechanics. The next suggestion comes in from a user and channel member EC-Does-It-00, and he goes, hopefully I'm not too late here, but I love dedicated car mechanics for different car builds. One for lowriders like Benny's, one for rally builds, drag builds, drift builds, and street racing builds. Having various car meet locations around the map would be cool too, and maybe they have different themes depending on the day or week, like a muscle car event, sedan event, etc. I don't think they'd do it, not that in-depth anyway, but as a car guy, that would be something I'd love to see in the game. And boy, would that be great to see this level of detail within GTA 6 in terms of the car mechanics. We have already seen within trailer 1 that Rockstar have showcased the lowriders, and the level of customization, it seems like, is pretty significant. Based off the glimpses we have seen within this Wynwood scene, it seems like the details are going to be improved upon in comparison to GTA 5. Perhaps we will see lowrider car builds or muscle car builds, etc. So we only have seen a little bit within trailer 1 of that, but there's not really much to go off currently at the moment. And within past GTAs, there hasn't really been significant detailed car mechanics in terms of specific builds like Need for Speed or the Forza games. So hopefully this will be improved upon, and hopefully we do see this within GTA 6. Coming in at number 9, new new sports. This next suggestion comes in from user Baz01927, and he goes, they should add new sports like basketball and rugby. And indeed, Rockstar should. Now, we do know based off the leaks out there that there has been claims that there are going to be some new sports featured within Grand Theft Auto 6, and two of them, firstly being 3v3 basketball mode. So it seems to be like basketball may be returning within Grand Theft Auto 6. According to Legacy Killer HD YouTube, otherwise known as Michael, he goes, a basketball minigame was worked on at the Toronto studio. It was on the chopping block at the end of 2023. There was a basketball minigame already featured within GTA San Andreas, so if basketball were to return in GTA 6, it would be a returning sport. Also, there was another leak that did come out by Michael or Legacy Killer HD, and he did claim that apparently there is a football mode that is supposedly in the works at Rockstar with GTA 6, that being we are able to throw the ball from one person to the other. And that would be a great addition to see within GTA 6. We haven't seen football, gridiron, NFL in any GTA prior, so that would be a new addition to the game. In Grand Theft Auto 5, we had sports such as golf. We also had tennis as well, where you're able to play at Michael's house, and also as well at the Vespucci Beach. And we also had yoga as well, where Michael's able to perform it outside his place. And in Grand Theft Auto's prior in GTA 4, there was no sports whatsoever. Before that, San Andreas had basketball and a few other sports as well, but it seems like with GTA 6 anyways, the rumors suggesting that basketball, American football, and potentially some other sports as well that we are unaware of currently at the moment may be included within the final build of the game. However, in the September 22 leaked files, it was founded that there are going to be some new and returning sports included within GTA 6. They may get cut from the final game, but a few of them include dice, the return of golf, fishing from Red Dead Redemption 2, and races coming back into the franchise. Coming in number 10, better character customization. This next suggestion comes in from a user Morgan44W, goes, better/more straightforward online physical character customization. I would say that's the one thing that the last two Rockstar titles in terms of the online components have definitely lacked in that department, and that is with Red Dead Online and GTA Online. In both of these online versions, the character customization, in all honesty, hasn't necessarily been the best at all. It was improved upon in Red Dead Online, but in GTA Online, it wasn't necessarily the greatest at all. You would choose your heritage, so where you come from, where your parents are from, and that would dictate how you look like, so your appearance, and then also as well you can adjust the slider to go look more like your father than your mother, for example. And there was a few other things as well that was included within it. There's some other options, but hopefully this will be improved upon within GTA 6, because I mean, at the end of the day, when you do create your character in GTA 6 Online, obviously it's going to be much better compared to GTA 5 Online from a graphic standpoint, but from a character customization standpoint, hopefully Rockstar can ensure that they do create a better user experience and make it a little bit more seamless in terms of the process. And giving us more player choice is just going to be better from a customer satisfaction standpoint, creating your online character for the first time in Vice City and Leonida. But other than that, those are the 10 things that we hope to see in Grand Theft Auto 6 as suggested by you guys. If there's any other things that you want to see in GTA 6, please do let me know down in that comment section below. Maybe I'll make a part 2 on this. But if you found any informative value out of this video, please consider subscribing to Project Vice, like, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. Stay safe, have a great day, and I am out.